Hello everyone, my name is Anjali Pandey. I welcome you all on Agriculture and GK e-learning platform. Today we are going to discuss with you the official answer key of Food Safety Officer examination, which is held nowadays in nearby days. So it was held under the Telangana State Public Service Commission. So we will discuss about the official answer key which is provided by the board in details. Before starting the video, I would like to share with you some information regarding the courses which is provided by our application. This is if you want to apply for Food Safety Officer in the upcoming year, we have a very detailed course for this post. So we provide you complete notes as per the syllabus for both paper 1 and paper 2. YouTube classes and class notes, previous year question paper, test series based on the syllabus and one question bank. These all features are provided in this course and it is just in the price of 1800 rupees. So if you want to enroll in this course, the description, the link to enroll in this course is given in the description box. We have always also provided our personal contact number. If you have further any doubts regarding the course or how to enroll in this course, you can contact us on that number also. Discussing about another course which we have launched, that is of Agriculture Extension Officer and Agriculture Officer, that is also conducted under the same board of examination. So for this course also we have a complete course which provides you complete notes as per the syllabus and video classes of some topic. One question bank which is printable containing 10,000 plus multiple choice questions on each topic. A full length test series, previous year question paper, online accessibility of this course. So this course is also available for you in this price of 1500 rupees. So you can also enroll in this course if you are going to give the give this examination. The link of this course also it is provided in the description box. So we'll start with the questions. As you can see, the first question was asked, scombroid poisoning is mainly due to the formation of. So the scombroid poisoning is due to when we intake the canned or the canned meat or the fresh meat, in that when the histamine, the amount of histamine is excessive, then only this poisoning, it is a type of food poisoning that is occurred in the meat. Okay, when we intake meat of fish or any poultry, then only this happens. So it is mainly due to formation of histamine. Excess of histamine is present in the canned fleshed meat. So this scombroid poisoning occurs. So the right answer is histamine. Second question is the estimation of the probability of the occurrence of adverse event in food production is known as. So the right answer will be risk assessment. Like what can be the adverse, like what can be the critical condition during the food production. So it will be estimated under the assessment process. Okay, so the right answer will be risk assessment. Then the third question is the anti-nutritional factor present in egg white is. So what is the anti-nutritional factors? Anti-nutritional factors are those factors which is not being properly digested by the body. Means some of the elements which are present in the food material which cannot be digested by human body normally. Okay, so it is so the right answer here is the avidin. The avidin compound gets combined with the B complexes and it becomes indigested by the body. So the right answer is avidin. So the next question is the sequence in risk assessment is. So what is the sequence? What is the way you do the risk assessment? The right answer given by in the answer key is third, which is First you will identify the hazard, next we will do the exposure assessment, like how much is the exposure of that hazard. Okay. Third is dose response assessment, like how much dose should be applied for that for managing that risk. And last is risk characterization, like in which category the risk is been falling. Okay. So these are the various steps which is these are sequence which is taken under the risk assessment. Question number 5 is the spread of typhoid and paratyphoid fever through food and water is mainly due to contamination with. So you know, when we have typhoid, it is from the bacteria of Salmonella. Salmonella typhi is the major bacteria which cause the typhoid. Okay. So when the water and the food gets contaminated, Salmonella typhi is that bacteria which spreads this typhoid and paratyphoid fever. Okay. So the right answer will be Salmonella species. Sixth question is match the following question. Here, what are the different fat ratios in the given, like what are the fat ratio you have to match from the type of milk and the fat ratio concentration of that constituent, how much % of fat they have. Okay. So the first we have evaporated milk. So evaporated milk has 7.5 milk fat and 25% of the total solids. Okay. And second, condensed milk have 10% to 12% fat and 36% of the total solid. And sweetened condensed milk have 8.5% fat and 25% total solids. And butter has 80% fat and 2% of total solids. So the right answer will be 3. So the bacteria which is known as the Buffet genes. So the right answer given in the answer key is Clostridium perfringens. So Clostridium perfringens are those food poisoning bacteria which are found in the meat. Okay, these are found in the meat and the raw meat and poultry. Okay, when we have chicken and other meats, in that these are the food poisoning elements. Next question, food safety and standards Act 2006 has become operational in entire country from. So the right answer is 2011. Neutral tube defects are mainly due to the deficiency of. So the neutral tube defects are due to the deficiency of folic acid. So we have to consider these statements. You have to tell that which are the statements are correct. There are 4 statements given here. So you have to consider which statements are given here are correct. Okay. So the first statement are the germicidal effectiveness of the benzoates is higher in acidic food. The paraben compounds are effective over broader spectrum of microbes. 3. Propionates are used in bakery products. Fourth option is the sulfur dioxide is used to preserve fruit juice and dried fruits. Okay, so here all the statements are correct. If you can see, so sulfur dioxide is a preservative which are used in fruit juices and also in the pickles, jams also we use this product. And other the germicidal effect of benzoate is high in acidic foods. So when we use acidic food, the germicidal effects are higher. So all the statements given here are correct. Next question is, consider the statement illness transmission by the fecal oral route means. That means first of all, what is the transmission that is occurred by the fecal and oral route? Okay, so here are the given 4 statements. You have to say, you have to consider which statement are correct. Okay, so first is from beast to food to human. Second, from unwashed hand to mouth to food to mouth, by fomites to food to human, by contaminated water to food to human. So what is the fecal oral route means? It is a chain. How is the contamination is getting transferred? Okay, so it is a route how the contaminating agents are getting transferred. So they are transferred by all these ways. So the right answer will be 1, 2, 3, 4. All are correct. The from beast to food to the human, it is also transferred by that. From if you have unwashed hand, then you have bacteria, harmful bacteria in your hand, and that is transferred to your food, and then you just, when you engulf those food, when you eat those foods, it has finally entered to your mouth. So these all are the ways. This is the ultimate way. From the fecal means what is the most from the most contaminated phase to the to your mouth, to your digestive system, how they are getting transmitted, that is the fecal oral route. So right answer will be 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Classes of wheat contains the highest content of gluten is. So the right answer here is durum wheat, which is the scientific name we have, Triticum durum. It is mainly used for making pastas. So this category of wheat has highest amount of gluten in it. 13th number question is, an irregular triangular patch with a silver grayish foamy surface on the conjunctiva is known as. So what is the conjunctiva? It is a part of your eye. When you consider your eye, it is a part which gives the lubrication to your eye, and also the tears we are getting from in our eyes. This conjunctiva helps us to get tears and lubricate our eye. So that an irregular triangular patch with grayish foamy surface that occurs only at that occurs on the conjunctiva is known as the Bitot spot. So the right answer is the Bitot spot. Which among the following organism is used to the index the sanitization? Okay, see here the to index the sanitization means to measure the level of sanitization, like how much that area is being sanitized. So the E. coli or Escherichia coli is used as an organism to index the sanitization, because the E. coli does not exist on the sanitized area. So the amount of Escherichia coli present in an area will let you to know the index of sanitization present in that area. Okay. Second is, what is 15th number question is, mastitis is mainly due to. So right answer is Staphylococcus aureus. So what is mastitis? If you see, the mastitis is an painful inflammation in the breast cell. So that is called mastitis, and it is occurs due to Staphylococcus aureus. Okay. Cholangitis is a typical clinical symptom of. So this cholangitis occurs in your nails, like it is a deformation of your nails. Normally our nails grow straight, but when this defects occur, it is due to, first of all, it is due to the iron deficiency. The right answer is iron deficiency. Your nails will become like spoon-like structure. It will have a concave structure. Okay, so it will have a concave structure. Your nails will not form normally. It have a concave structure, spoon-like structure. It will have. Monosaccharides linked together by which linkage to form disaccharides. So okay, when two of the monosaccharide form join by each other, they form a disaccharide, and this linkage is known as the glycosidic linkage. Consider the following statement about the polymerization of oil. Okay, so here you have given 4 statements. You have to tell which statements are correct. So first statement, decrease the smoke point of the oil, cause increased absorption of fat by food, development of dark color, decrease in the viscosity and foaming capacity. So the right answer here will be 1, 2 and 3. These 3 features we put in the polymerization of oil. Whenever we make oil good for the consumer use, we will make them to reduce the smoking point. When you see that when we burn the oil at a higher temperature, it gives fumes. So we have to decrease the smoking point of the oil. 19th number question. Combined method of roasting and stewing in airtight pan is called as. So combined method of roasting and stewing in airtight pan is known as braising. The right answer is braising. Next question is, what are the principles of food fortification? So the principle of food fortifications are restoration to normal level to replace the nutrient loss during the processing. Yes, of course. To maintain the above natural level of food, of course you have to maintain the natural level of the food so that the vitamins and the nutrients present in that food should not get vanished. Okay, to improve public health. Whenever we are providing any food in a good manner or in a value added manner, what is the ultimate aim? To achieve a good public health. Okay, so this is also a principle in food fortification. To make a food complete by itself means we will make a food which have almost all the things, like it should have proteins, vitamins, carbohydrates in an adequate ratio. So it should be a complete food in its own. Okay, so all of these features are all of these principles are considered under the principle of food fortification. The right answer will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Next question is, the deficiency symptoms of essential fatty acids is. So what are the deficiency symptoms which are present in essential fatty acid? The answer is pheranoderms. Pheranoderms means this is a condition when you will find that it is a consider of a disorder when you will find in your hair follicle you will get extra keratin. Like it is follicular hyperkeratinosis is a condition which is created in pheranoderma. Okay, it is a condition when you have a deficiency of essential fatty acid. Okay, so the right answer is pheranoderma. So here the question is 22nd number question, what is body mass index? So first is measure muscle fat mass in relation to the height of an adult body. Yes. Second, reflects the adiposity. Second, known as the Quetelet index, calculated by height in centimeter. No, the body mass index is never calculated in the height per centimeter. So it is not the unit under the body mass index. Rest all other are your parameters when how you can measure your BMI. So the right answer will be second. Third number question, starch becoming less soluble like in its original state is known as. So when the starch is not getting soluble means it is not getting digested or get soluble in this form, this condition is known as retrogression. Retrogression is that stage when your starch is not getting soluble. So which next question is, which of the following causes the hydrolytic rancidity in oil? Hydrolytic rancidity means, rancidity is a phenomena when you will get a bad smell or a fume, and also the taste of that will not be proper. Okay, it will be little bitter in the taste, and you will get a fumes like a bad odor from it. That is called rancidity. And hydrolytic rancidity is when it is due to the hydrolysis, yani addition of hydrolysis of in the oil. So it is generally occurs due to the presence of lipase. When lipase is present in the oils, it will cause the hydrolytic rancidity. The energy obtained from 10 grams of oil is, so from 10 grams of oil you will get 19 kilocalories. Okay, this much amount of energy you are going to get from 10 grams of oil. Isovarylic and isobutyric acid causes dash in meat. If you will take meat sample, if there is isovarylic and isobutyric, you will get a cheesy smell. Like you will get something when it is a degrading smell, it is a fume, like not a proper odor. Okay, you will get this cheesy odor in that. So these two agents will cause, these two elements will cause that cheesy odor in that meat. Skimming of milk or addition of skimmed milk to ordinary milk will lead to, means if you have skimmed milk, like you have skimmed the milk, you have processed the milk, if you have processed the milk and you will add those skimmed milk into the normal milk, what will happen? The fat concentration will definitely change. Okay, in skimmed milk you have a different fat concentration, and in the normal milk you have a different fat concentration. If you will add them both, so there will change in the fat concentration. The protein concentration are not going to change, mainly the fat content. The fat content is going to change, because in skimmed milk we remove the fat. Which of the following are the most capable using polysaccharides as their food? So the right answer will be the moles. Moles are those organisms which uses the polysaccharide as their food. Addition of potassium sorbate, potassium benzoate and sodium phosphate is done during dash of fish. Yani, here we have asked the process. The addition of potassium sorbate, sodium benzoate and sodium phosphate is done during what process? So during the salting of fish. Whenever the fish is transported or it is packed, so there is a process which is known as saltation. We put all these elements, all these compounds on the fish, so that the fish remains fresh for a longer period of time. So the right answer is salting. Next question is, the chief objective of Codex Alimentarius is. So what is the main objective of Codex Alimentarius? So Codex Alimentarius is just the food code that is provided by the food authority. So it is mainly that what should be the nutritional value of the food, that it is proper or not for distribution in the public. So it is mainly the food code which provided by the Codex Alimentarius Commission. So the chief objectives would be the protection of the consumer health and facilitation of the international trade. So both of them will be, the first and fourth will be the chief objective of Codex Alimentarius. 31st number question. In microbiological experiments, stomaches is a, what are stomaches in microbiological experiments? So they are the homogenizers of the food samples. Means if you see the stomaches, in food sample they are the homogenizer, means they homogenize, make the nutrients value in the food sample in a homogeneous status. Okay, so they are the homogenizer of the food samples. Number 32 question. The mandate of provision of 100 days of guaranteed wages employment in a financial year is done by. So the mandate to provide 100 days of guaranteed employment is done under MGNREGA, which is Manrega. Okay, so the full form will be Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So and the PDS is Public Distribution System, and next NFBS will be National Family Benefit Scheme, and NFFWP will be the National Food for Work Program. So the 100 days guarantee wages is the feature of Manrega. Okay, the first will be the right answer. This is the right answer in this. Number 33 question. Lipid soluble yellow, orange and red pigment found in higher plants are called as. So yellow, red and orange pigment which are found in higher plants are carotenoids. Okay, when we see that in carrot or in apple, whenever we'll have these colors in any fruit or in any vegetables, the major element which is responsible for this will be carotenoid. Okay, anthocyanin is present in apple. Okay, so facultative anaerobes are the bacteria that can, what are the facultative anaerobes? Okay, so grow in presence and absence of oxygen, means listen, facultative means they can survive in both conditions, like if the oxygen is available then also they will survive, and if the oxygen will not available then also they will survive in a different mode. They don't have an obligate, means strictly they will follow one way of survival, but in facultative mode they have two different ways of their survival. So facultative are not fixed, it is a non-fixed type of anaerobes. So the right answer here will be grows in presence and absence of oxygen. Next question. The product containing living microorganisms are defined as. So the product which have living microorganisms, they are known as probiotics. It is a one-liner question. So Zeolite industry people are at a risk of. Okay, first of all, what is zeolite? If you will see what is zeolite. Zeolite is a ore of aluminum. It is a pure ore of aluminum which have sodium aluminum fluoride. Okay, the people who are working in this area, in this ore area, they are generally at a risk of occupational fluorosis. The fluoride present in this ore, this ore get deposited in when they inhale it. Okay, so occupational fluorosis is the major risk in the cryolite industry. The basis of biomedical conception of health is. So the basis of biomedical conception of health is the germ theory of disease. Whenever we will do the germ theory, we will discuss in detail about the what are the germs responsible for that disease. That is the biomedical concept of health. 38 number question. The standard formulated on physical and chemical characteristic of food is done by. So first of all, here the question arises, what are the physical and chemical property which should be present in food? It is generally done by egg mark. Egg mark is agricultural mark which is provided by the DMI in 1937. We have launched egg mark. It is a standard mark which is present on the food products. Okay, so it is this only provides the standard formulated on the physical and chemical characteristics of food. Okay. 39th number question, which among the following can metabolize cholesterol and are believed to be capable of reducing serum cholesterol level in humans? So, which of these bacteria or enzymes are having that property that can reduce the cholesterol and also reduce serum cholesterol level in humans? So, the right answer here will be Lactobacillus acidophilus strains. This strains of bacteria helps to reduce the cholesterol, to metabolize the cholesterol and also reduce the serum cholesterol level in human. Number question, which of the following can be used to differentiate of Escherichia coli to Enterobacter species? So, the production of indole to tryptophan, this is a feature which you cannot find in E. coli. So, it is a difference between the E. coli and the Enterobacter species. So, production of indole from the tryptophan is the right answer. International Organization of Standardization is a governmental organization, quasi-governmental or non-governmental organization established by developing countries. So, it is a non-governmental organization. It is a type of NGO. Heating milk followed by immediate cooling to increase the keeping quality is known as. So, whenever it is a very simple question, you know, it is a process of pasteurization. First we will heat the milk at a higher temperature and then rapidly we will cool down. So, this process is known as pasteurization of milk. The sweetened condensed milk is more susceptible to which type of spoilage? Okay, so it is most susceptible to the osmophilic yeast. The osmophilic yeast are most addicted to this type of, when sweetened condensed milk is present, it is more susceptible to the osmophilic yeast. The osmophilic yeast will be the right answer. The disc which cracks down the unsound kernel for rejection is known as. So, the disc which cracks down the unsound kernel for rejection is known as entolators. The most common dust disease in India is, so which is the most common dust disease which is found in India? It's silicosis, means the silicon compound which is present whenever the people are working in the ore or mining area. The silicosis is the major issue which is found in the people, where the silicon compound get deposited in their body. So, it is a silicosis, it is a type of infection. The successive growth curve features of exponential and stationary phase with the lag phase in between is seen in. So, the successive curve, in the successive curve, features of exponential and stationary phase with the lag phase is in between is seen is. यानी कि so in this exponential phase and stationary phase, when it will be seen in the lag phase, so it will be seen in diaxic growth. In diaxic growth, you will see the exponential and stationary phase with a lag phase between in that. Okay. So, here ripe fruits are reaching. When the fruits are ripe, means when they are in a ripened stage, you will get more amount of sucrose in it, because it will be sweet in nature. Whenever the fruit will get ripened, it will be sweet in nature, so we will get sucrose from that. Undissolved residual portion left after extraction of milk from soy is known as. So, So in the soya milk we'll get the undissolved residue which is left from soy is known as, like in the soya, from soya we'll extract the oils, and then the residual part which is left, that is known as okara. Pectins are the polymers of galactouronic acid connected by, so pectins which are the polymers of galactourons, they are connected together by the alpha 1,4 linkage. They are connected together by alpha 1,4 linkage. Next question is identifying missing cases and thereby supplementing to the notified cases is known as. So it is called as sentinel surveillance. So it is this process is known as sentinel surveillance. The layer, next question, the layer which separates the germs or embryo from the endosperm of the grain is known as, so it is called the scutellum. Scutellum is that layer which separates the germ cell from the endosperm or in a grain. So the right answer is scutellum. The components in the food that are derived through microbial metabolic activities of food nutrients possessing health benefit are known as. So those microbial activities which are present in a food which will lead you to the health benefit, this process is called as biogenesis. This process is known as biogenesis. Means it is carried out by biological agents, so it is done by biogenesis. Carcasses contains an average of how many bacteria cells per inches. What are carcasses? First of all, carcasses are those dead bodies which are present. They have almost 10 bacteria cells per inches. So the right answer is 10 bacteria per inch. You will find 10 bacteria at every inch. So in the dead body you will find this many bacteria. The carcasses are those, the dead decaying body. So here is the question of match the following. Here you have given some microorganisms and you have to tell at what pH range they will have the maximum growth. Okay. So when we will consider about the yeast will grow best at 4.5 to 6 pH. The bacteria will grow at 6 to 8 pH. And the fungi will grow at 3.5 to 4 pH. Okay, so the right answer here will be first. Which concept of health states the dynamic equilibrium between man and the environment? So which concept will state this? Okay, so will it be the psychosocial concept, biomedical concept, ecological concept or holistic concept? So obviously it will be an ecological concept where the humans make a balance, a equilibrium with the environment. So here the right answer will be ecological concept. Here you have given 5 statements. Okay, so you have to consider consider the following statement of the spiral plating over the standard plating. So which are the statements which are done at spiral plating over the standard plating? So more agar is used, fewer plates, dilution blanks, and pipettes are used. 3 to 4 times more sample per hour can be examined. Little training is necessary for its operation. It is not appropriate for use with liquid foods such as milk. So what all statements are correct? So here more agar used, it is not the correct statement, and also the last that it is not used in liquid food such as milk. So rest three of your statement, like second number statement, third and fourth statement is correct. So the right answer will be fourth. So the temperature obtained in autoclaving is, autoclave is a process, is a machine where you put the utensils or your media so that it gets sanitized or it gets free of microbes. So the temperature in that autoclaving is 120 degrees Celsius. Which of the following contains high fibers? Rice, wheat, egg or millets? Of course it's millet. Millet will have the high fiber among all these options. Letharism is caused due to high consumption of. What is letharism? Letharism is your limb paralysis. It is a four-limb paralysis. It is a disorder. It is a disease which occurs when you have Khesari dal. Khesari dal is Lathyrus sativus. This is a type of pulse. In that when we intake this, we get a disorder which is called letharism, which is your four limb paralysis. Okay, so the right answer here will be Khesari dal. The polymerized end product of the enzymatic browning is, what is the final product of enzymatic browning? The question is this. So the right answer here will be the melanin. Melanin is the final end product of enzymatic browning. We can see in humans also, if a higher amount of melanin is present, the complexion of human become little bit wheatish, brownish or wheatish, you can say. The anti-nutrients present in the vegetable interface the absorption of vitamin C can lead to. Like if the body will not get vitamin C, here the question is absorption. If any of the anti-nutrients which is present in your food will not allow to absorb vitamin C, what is the disorder you are going to have? So mainly we will have scurvy. Beriberi, it happens when you don't get vitamin B, and osteomalacia when you don't get vitamin D. The oxygen carrying compound of the muscles are known as, so the myoglobins are those compound which carries oxygen in our muscles. Halo-tolerant bacteria can grow and survive at, halo means salt, okay. The meaning of halo means salt. So if anything will be salt tolerant, ultimately they will survive on high salt concentration. So it is a very simple question. The gram-negative rods, which are characterized by their creation of yellow to red pigment on agar, belongs to. Okay, so the gram-negative rods means it is a type of bacteria, gram-negative bacteria, which creates yellow to red pigment on agar. Agar is a medium where we culture bacteria. Okay, where they show red to yellow pigment. Those gram-negative bacterium are known as Flavobacterium. Right answer will be Flavobacterium. Flavobacterium shows yellow to red pigment on agar medium. Okay. 65th number question. According to the iceberg of disease theory, the floating tip represent the clinical case. Okay, in the iceberg of disease theory. Partially fermented tea is known as, so partially fermented tea is known as the oolong. Oolong is a name given to the partially fermented T. Water absorption capacity of flour is done by. So how you'll measure, like here are the various graphs and tests. So if in a flour, whether it is a wheat flour or any other flour, what is the capacity to hold water? So we will get it from the Farinograph. We will estimate it from the Farinograph. So Farinograph is that measuring equipment which will let you know that how much water a flour is going to absorb. Agar droplet method was proposed by. So agar droplet method was proposed by Sharpe and Kilsby. So Sharpe and Kilsby proposed your agar droplet method. In microbial modeling system, the term D represent the time for what? So in microbial modeling system, D, what does D refers? So it refers to the 1 log unit of inactivation. 1 log unit of inactivation is represented by D in the microbial model system. Next is the match the following. So here are the parameters and here are the equipment which are used to measure those. So first it is to measure the butter content in milk, which of the equipment we are going to use. So we are going to use the butyrometer. The butyrometer is used for the butter content in the milk. So and the sugar content can be measured by the refractometer. In every when we prepare jelly or jam or any fruit juice, so refractometer is used to measure the TSS, total sugar content in that. Okay, so sugar content will be measured by refractometer. And third will be the color intensity will be measured by the spectrophotometer. Color will be measured by the photometer. Okay, spectrophotometer. And the tenderness will be measured by the penetrometer. Means how much tender, means how much soft and delicate a food or any food material is. So it will be done by penetrometer, means the penetrating, like how much how much unit of energy we apply to penetrate in that food particle. Okay, so tenderness is measured by the penetrometer. So the right answer here will be first. One of the easy way of getting adequate vitamin C per day is by regularly using of. Means here is simply they have asked that which of the following have the highest amount of vitamin C. So we can see guava have the highest amount of vitamin C. Which of the following is a structural protein? So here you have given 4 options. So right answer will be collagen. Collagen is a structural protein. So here there are some programs, nutritional programs given, and you have to tell that from which program they are related. See, if you know the full forms of all these programs, you will directly get the answer. Like first of all, if you see, the first option is NIDDCP, which is the National Iodine Deficiency Disorder Control Program. So National Iodine Deficiency Disorder Control Program. So the first option will be going with iodine. Next is NPPNB due to VAD. So NPP, National Prophylaxis Program Against Nutrients due to vitamin A deficiency. So this will go with the vitamin A. WIFS, the WIFS will be weekly iron and folic acid supplementation. So it will go with iron. Kitchen Garden is for dietary diversity. So if you know the full form of all these programs, ultimately you are going to get the answer. So here the right answer will be B, second number option. So here you have given 4 statements, okay. You have to tell which of the statements are correct, okay. So first, microbial contamination of food from the air can be reduced by. So if you have to reduce the microbial contamination from air, okay. So what are the process you can use, okay. So first is removing the potential resources, using filtered air, using positive air pressure, reducing humidity levels. So you will use all these methods. All these methods are correct to for the microbial contamination of to reduce the microbial concentration. So the right answer will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. All of them are correct. Hypogeusia and hyposmia are remarkable deficiency symptoms of zinc. When you have zinc deficiency, you will get these disorders. Hydrogenation of glucose, galactose and mannose under high pressure and temperature in the presence of catalyst results in the formation of. So when there is hydrogenation of glucose, galactose and mannose, you will get sugar alcohols, okay. The right answer will be sugar alcohol. Ion absorption is interfered by, means which of the following interferes the iron absorption. So the tannins, if tannins are present, they will interfere the iron absorption. Which method is suitable to collect the dietary intake data from a large population? Like if the food safety officers or the food standardization authorities are going to take the dietary intake data, like how much in their diet, how much nutrition they are going to get. So the method is called as 24 hours recall method. By this method, you are going to get the suitable dietary intake data from a large population. Next question is, consider the following with respect to trypsin inhibitor. You have to tell which of the following statements are correct regarding to trypsin inhibitor. First of all, what is trypsin? Trypsin is a enzyme which is present in the pancreas for the digestion of protein. For digestion of protein, our pancreas secrete a enzyme which is known as trypsin. So okay, so here you have to tell that regarding to trypsin inhibitor, which of the following statements are correct. So present in pulses the fatty acid and prevent the activities of trypsin in the guts. Release of methionine is hampered, can be inactivated at autoclave temperature. Okay, so here your correct options will be, yes, it is present in the pulse. Pulse provides a protein, and the release of methionine is hampered, and third is can be inactivated at autoclaving temperature. So the second option is not correct regarding the trypsin inhibitor. Rest all 3 options are correct. For every increase in 152 meters of altitude, the boiling point of water is reduced. The boiling point of water, like if you increase 152 meters of altitude, like longitudinally in altitudinal position, if you increase 152 meters, what is the effect you are going to have on the boiling point? So the boiling point will get decreased by 1 degree Celsius. Okay, the boiling point is going to decreased by 1 degree Celsius. The washed maize which is milled to a gritty texture product is known as. So the maize when it is milled, like it is when it is floored, so in a gritty texture, so it is known as masa. The spontaneous extrudation of fluid from a gel is known as. What is the process of spontaneous extrudation of fluid from a gel? It is called synergesis. Synergesis is the process. Synergesis is the process which helps in extraction of fluid from a gel. Means removal of fluid from a gel. The most frequently applied inactivation model in retorted food is most, like which is of the inactivation model is mainly used in the retorted food. So there are four options. The thermal death model, like whenever you have to control any biological activity, we will use the temperature for the first. Mainly we apply the thermal death model, like in that most of the bacteria and harmful elements will not survive at a particular temperature. So thermal death method is the best method for the inactivation of retorted food. The anaerobic bacteria do not increase until the onset of rigor mortis because of high oxygen per RIN per rigor meet. Okay, so the right answer here will be all the anaerobic bacteria, means those bacteria which do not require oxygen. Okay, so do not increase until the onset of rigor mortis. When it will happen? When there is a high oxygen per RIN per rigor meet. So the right answer will be second. In sensory evaluation, the test where two identical and one different sample presented simultaneously for determination of odd sample is known as. So this evaluation is done under the triangle test. Right answer is triangle test. The spoilage is characterized by a flat container, darkened product with the odor of rotten egg is known as. Okay, when you will get a odor of rotten egg, like it is a very bad smell, when you will get this bad smell. So this spoilage will be known as sulfide stinker spoilage is a name given to this spoilage when we will get a odor of rotten egg. So sulfide stinker spoilage is the right answer. The water activity at which the spoilage bacteria do not grow. So the below AW of 0.91 the spoilage bacteria will not grow. Stirring and mixing of liquid chocolate at 180 degree Fahrenheit is known as. So this process is known as conching. Which organism preferentially metabolize amino acid instead of glucose can grow rapidly and produce undesirable odor in meat? So which are those bacteria which can metabolize amino acid instead of glucose and they produce an undesirable odor in meat? So they are Acinetobacters. Acinetobacters are those bacteria which will produce an bad odor or undesirable odor in meat. Which of the following pathogen causes botulism? Botulism is caused by the Clostridium. The Clostridium species of bacteria will cause this botulism. monosodium glutamate is a, so monosodium glutamate is a flavor enhancer. So it will enhance the flavor in any food product. Measure of egg protein quality based on the height of its egg white, means egg white, that is albumin, is related to the weight of egg is. So the that unit is called Hogg's unit. Right answer is Hogg's unit. So it is the ratio. It is a ratio provided between the height of the egg or egg white and relation to the weight. So the Hogg's unit measures the egg protein quality. Okay. So we'll calculate the egg protein quality by this unit. The benefit of consuming normal yogurt is due to. So we prefer instead of curd we prefer yogurt in our diet. Okay. So what are the benefits? So here 4 statements are given, 3 statements are given. You have to tell which are the correct statement. We prefer having normal yogurt instead of curd. Okay. So the reduced amount of lactose in yogurt as compared to milk. Second is the supply of lactose from dead cells. Third, supply of beta galactosidase. Okay. So if we prepare curd from normal milk, so the amount of lactose is less in yogurt. So that's why many of people are lactose intolerant. Many of people, their body do not digest lactose properly, so they prefer having yogurt. So the right answer here will be first and second. So here both of them is the right answer. First, second is the right answer. That's why we prefer yogurt above the curd from the normal milk. Distribution of fat between the muscle fiber bundles is known as. So the distribution of fat between the muscle fiber bundles is known as marbling. Pneumoconiosis is a. What is pneumoconiosis? Pneumoconiosis, it is a type of lung disease. Okay, lung disease. See, whenever the silicon or the any ore or any element get deposited in our lungs by inhaling process, it will cause a pneumoconiosis disease. So it is a lung disease. Ciguatoxin is mainly caused by the consumption of. So ciguatoxin is mainly caused by the consumption of reef fish with algal toxin. So what is reef fish with algal toxin means? If we see algal bloom, when there is high amount of eutrophication, the ponds will get a algal bloom due to addition of most of the chemicals. Will get an eutrophication which will cause algal bloom. So those algal bloom will produce algal toxin in the pond, and those fish which are surviving in that pond will cause the ciguatoxin. Okay. So that answer will be fish with algal toxin. In anthocyanins, increase in number of hydroxyl group yields dash color and methoxy groups give dash color. Okay. So when you will find in anthocyanin is a pigment which produce color. Okay. If in that the hydroxyl group, there will be increase in the hydroxyl group, so it will give you blue color, and if there is increase in the methoxy group, it will give you red color. So anthocyanin in the apple, if you find, so it has high methoxyl group, so that's why it gives red color. The most important cellulose derivatives for food application is, so here carboxymethyl cellulose is the cellulose derivative which is used for food application. Mycotoxins are toxins produced by, if you will consider the name myco means fungi, so ultimately the answer will be fungi. Okay, it is derived from fungus. Okay. Lye peeling is done by dipping in boiling point. Okay, so the lye peeling process, when you will do this lye peeling process, when you will dip any of the compound in the sodium hydroxide solution, where there will be a boiling sodium hydroxide solution, you will dip all the food element in that, so then only you will do this process, lye peeling process. So the right answer is sodium hydroxide solution. Next question is, here are some of the starches are given and you have to match it with their functional properties. Okay, so first we will see gelatinized starch. Okay, pre-gelatinized starch is used for instant pudding. Acid hydrolyzed starch is used for gum jellies. Cross-linked starch are used for thickener of dry soup powder, and oxidized starch are used for starch batter for fish and meat. So the right answer here will be D, A, B, C. So what is the full form of PDCAAS? So the right answer here will be protein digestibility into the amino acid score. When you multiply the protein digestibility into the amino acid score, you will get the PDCAAS. Okay. Dermatitis, dementia and diarrhea are the typical deficiency symptoms of. Okay, this dermatitis, dementia and diarrhea, these are the deficiency symptoms of niacin. Niacin is a vitamin D. Okay, vitamin B. Cream and butter are more susceptible to spoilage by which enzymes? If there is lipase enzyme, the cream and butter are more susceptible for the spoilage. Frustration, insecurity, lack of job satisfaction, poor human relationship are considered as a causative factor for. So if you have frustration, insecurity, lack of job satisfaction, so it will be cause you a psychosocial hazard. It will cause you psychosocial, because it is a mental illness, like mentally you will be so disturbed, so it will cause you psychosocial hazard. Okay. Black spot on beef and freezing muttons are developed by, so the black spot on the freezing milk are developed by Cladosporium herbarum. Okay, this organism causes the black spot on the here are the nutrients and also the clinical symptoms. You will find, like if you have deficiency of these things, what all the disorders you are going to have. Okay, so first of all we will consider the quasicore. Quasicore is quasicore shows the moon phase. Iodine. Okay, quasicore shows the clinical symptom will be shown as the moon phase. You will have a moon phase when you have quasicore. When you have iodine deficiency, you have cretinism. Vitamin C, you will have bleeding gums, and in riboflavin you will have the angular stomatitis. So the right answer here will be C, A, D, B. Okay, See, bleeding gums is a symptom of scurvy. When you have scurvy, you will have bleeding gums. So it occurs due to vitamin C. A good source of most of the B complex vitamins are to get B complexes vitamin, you what is the good source among all these options? So the bran of the cereals. Bran is the outer layer of the cereal. In the cereal, all the cereal, like we get na rice bran oil. We use rice bran oil. So this is the outer layer present in the seeds of the cereals. Okay, so the bran of cereal is a good source of vitamin B complexes. Here is the assertion and reason. Okay, first the assertion is polyols have high humectancy and plasticizing power. Okay, first polysols. Reason given for this is the product with the polysols will be soft, moist and low in water activities. So you have to tell whether the assertion and reason are correct, and reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. Assertion is correct. Third is assertion and reason are correct. Reason is explaining the assertion, and so last option is reasoning is correct. So here the reason provided that polyols have high plasticizing power. So the reason for this assertion is absolutely correct. So the right answer here will be assertion and reasons both are correct, and the reason given for this assertion is correctly explaining it. Okay. Next question. The substance interfere with iodine uptakes are known as. So that the substance which interferes the iodine uptakes are known as goiterogens. That's why in the deficiency of iodine we get the disease called goiter in our neck. The indispensable fatty acid for humans are, so those fatty acid which is indispensable, means the body is not in favor of all the of this fatty acid. So these fatty acids are linoleic acid and linoleic acid. Both acid are is indispensable fatty acid for humans. World Consumer Rights Day is celebrated on, so it is celebrated on 15th March. The meals through midday meal program expected to provide what amount of energy per day. So in midday meal program, the dietitians have said that it will provide 1/3 of the energy and 1/3 of the protein RDI of the children. Okay, so this much amount of energy and protein are provided in the meal of the midday meal program. Next is, consider the statement, the specific gravity of unadulterated milk is 1.026. Statement 2, the milk adulterated with water will have freezing point close to 0. Okay, so here both the statements are correct, but the second statement is not explaining the first statement. Okay, both at their own basis both the statements are correct, but if you see, it is not the real reason why the specific gravity of the adulterated milk will be this. Okay, so this statement is not supporting this the first statement. So both the statements are correct, but statement second is not explaining the first statement. The desirable flavor in milk yogurt is due to the formation of. So in the milk yogurt, the desirable flavor we'll get from the acetaldehyde. The acetaldehydes are those compounds which are formed in the milk yogurt. We get desirable flavor from it. So a central AgMark laboratory is located in. So in India we have we have several laboratories throughout different states, but the central AgMark laboratory is located at Nagpur, Maharashtra. Hydrogen ion concentration is in a system is known as pH. So the answer is pH. pH means power of hydrogen. If we will know the full form, pH means power of hydrogen. Raw papaya is used in meat cooking for. So when we are preparing meat, we will put raw papaya. This will call what is the process by which raw papaya is helping. So raw papaya helps in the tenderization, means it will soften up the meat. So we will put if we put raw papaya in cooking meat in meat cooking, it will help in tenderization process. Okay, so the right answer is tender, means softening of the milk. The iron requirement is highest for among all these adolescent girl, lactating women, adolescent boy and pregnant women. The iron requirement is highest for. So the iron requirement is highest for the pregnant woman. Consider the following statement. Germination of pulses. Okay, so you have to tell the correct statement regarding germination of pulses. First statement is provide more essential amino acid, decrease calcium, zinc and iron, cause activation of enzyme, increase vitamin content. Okay, so when the pulse are germinating, they will not decrease the calcium, zinc and iron in them. Okay, in the germinating process, all the dietitians prefer you or prescribe you having the sprouted grams or sprouts in your diet. Okay, because in that you have the highest amount of nutrients. It is a fulfilled nutrients. It is provided by that. So it is this statement is not correct that it will decrease the calcium, zinc and iron in them. Okay, so the rest all the three statements are correct. So it will provide more essential amino acid, cause activation of enzyme and increase in the vitamin content. So the second option is correct. 1, 3 and 4 is correct. Vegetarian meat is an example for. So vegetarian meat, stimulated food. Okay, there are various food which provide equal amount of protein and fat which are provided by the meat. Okay, so those food are stimulated in that form that it provides equal amount of taste and also that equal amount of protein which is the normal meat from the poultry or this livestock we are getting. Okay, so they are stimulated foods. So we will process them. We have processed and stimulated those foods so that it provides the same amount of protein and amino acids which are provided by the normal meat from the livestock. To delay microbial spoilage, fresh meats are stored at. So the fresh meat should be stored below what temperature, so that they should be so that the microbial spoilage should not occur. Okay, so the answer here will be equal to or less than 5 degrees Celsius the temperature should be. Okay, consider the following statement. First statement is microbial growth is accomplished through enzymatic reactions. Second, with every 10 degrees Celsius rise in temperature, the catalytic rate of an enzyme doubles and reduced to half by decreasing in temperature by 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, third statement is microbial cells die rapidly at high temperature and relatively slowly at the lower temperature. Okay, so you have to tell that whether all the statements are following each other or not. So here Statement 2 and 3 explain the first statement. Means here the 3 statement, microbial growth is accomplished through enzymatic action. So for happening in to occur an enzymatic action, there should be 2 process. We apply temperature. So at every 10 degree rise in temperature, the enzymatic activity gets double, and when we lower it, the enzymatic activity decreases. So, and the third option is saying that the microbial cells die at high temperature and relatively slower at the lower temperature. So the second and third statement is supporting the first statement. The direct epifluorescent filter technique is used for estimation bacterial count in. So in raw milk we used direct epifluorescent filter technique to estimate the bacterial count. Prevention of emergence or development of risk factor in country or population growth before its appearance is called as, okay. So prevention of emergence of developing of risk factor in any population group is known as the primordial prevention. Primordial prevention is the right answer. Next question, the principle of drying the material directly by sublimation is followed in which process directly will dry the material by the process of sublimation. So in freeze drying we will directly dry the material by the process of sublimation. Which type of water can be used in food processing unit? Okay, so which type of water, when we do food processing, like we'll convert fruit juices into jams or any syrups or jellies. So in the food processing, what in any food processing, which of the water we consider? So we'll use chlorinated potable water. Why we will use this chlorinated potable water? Because the chlorinated potable water is sanitized, means the growth of bacteria, the harmful bacteria which can damage the taste and odor and color of the food which is under the processing. So we will use the chlorinated water. Partial sealing of a can facilitates the escape of dissolved or free air is known as. So the process is known as clinching. Clinching is that process. Clinching is a process when we when you seal anything into a can. The major nutritional program addressing the death and the nutritional index of need of under 6 children in India, means the major nutritional program, जो कि whatever the nutritional program which is launched by Government of India addressing the health and nutritional need of children under the age of 6 is through which scheme? It is through the ICDS scheme. The full form of ICDS is Integrated Child Development Scheme. So under Integrated Child Development Scheme, the nutritional value and nutritional need of children under the age of 6 is maintained. Okay. The midday meal program is now the name has been changed as Pradhan Mantri Poshan. Next 130 number question, 130 number question is the technique involving in PCR method in assessing the food quality is. First of all, what is PCR? The answer is DNA amplification. PCR is polymerase chain reaction, means when you make different copies of DNA, we go through the PCR method. In assessing the food quality, we do DNA amplification. The proportion of clinical cases resulting in severe clinical manifestation of a biological agent is known as. So, what are the this process is known as virulence. Virulence is the process where is the clinical case where the several clinical manifestation of the biological agents are done. Which of the following is food safety management tool? Okay, among all this, which of the following is the food safety? I have already told you about the Codex Alimentarius. It is the food code provided. It is a type of food code. What should be the quality and the nutritional value of the food? Okay. Next is good agriculture practices. It is not under this. So the hazard analysis critical control point, it is the food safety risk management tool used. Okay, so hazard analysis critical control point is the right answer. The pungency of chili extracted is expressed as. So the pungency in the chili, which is, so pungency in the chili is extracted is expressed as the Scoville value. Scoville value represents the pungency of the chili extract. Material used as substitute for coffee, and often blended to give body and taste of coffee is. So when we don't which of the following, see, caffeine is present in coffee, okay, tea and cocoa. So the chicory is that substitute which is applied when we have to give the taste and smell of coffee. When coffee is not present and we have to give the taste and smell of coffee, we use this compound. Which of the following B vitamin RDS requirement is based on the protein? Which of the following B vitamin RDS requirement is based on the protein requirement? So the pyridoxine is a type of vitamin B complex. So pyridoxine is that vitamin which is based on the protein requirement. Which of the following statement with regard to amylase rich food, ARF? So which of the following statements are correct regarding to amylase rich food? Okay, so first option is given, are highly suitable in weaning food. Second, increases total solid concentration. Third, help to make high viscous recipes. Fourth is high energy dense preparation. So the right answer here will be first and fourth. They are highly suitable as weaning foods and they have high energy dense preparation. So here are some of the antiseptics given and you have to tell what is the recommended dose you should apply for the food preservation. Okay. So first when we see in sugar, you see we should apply 70% of the sugar as a food preservative. Second, if you see salt should be 15%, acetic acid should be 2% and the benzoates should be 0.2%. So these are the concentration we should apply for the storage for the food preservative. So the right answer will be DCAB, that is second number option. The concept of primary health care system as a basic unit for health was provided by. So it is provided by Bohr's committee. Bohr's committee provided this. the principal compound which contributes aroma to aromatic rice is. So which of the compound which gives aroma to the aromatic rice, like the basmati rice has smell, or few of some rice which have smell, so that aroma comes from which of the following compounds? So the acetyl 1,1-pyrrolene gives that aroma in the aromatic rice. Cereals like rice and wheat are rich in amino acid. So cereals like rice and wheat, they are rich in methionine. Methionine is that amino acid which is present in rice and wheat. Alimentary toxic leukia is caused by, it is a disorder, alimentary toxic leukia, it is caused by Fusarium sporotrichoides. Okay, Fusarium sporotrichoides is that microorganism which causes alimentary toxic leukia. Which of the following is the rich source of lycopene? As you know, the rich source of lycopene is present in tomato. Lycopene is the pigment present in the tomato. Next is ergotism is caused by. So ergotism is formation of ergot. Ergot in the cereals. Ergot is a black mass which takes place inside in the place of cereals. Whenever you see the black ergot of bajra, there is a disease in bajra, that is ergot of bajra. So the bajra seed is replaced by black mass. So it is caused by Claviceps purpurea. The antimicrobial property of mustard oil is due to the presence of. So the antimicrobial property in mustard oil is due to the presence of isothiocyanate. So the isothiocyanate is present in the mustard, that cause that a smell, a harsh smell is present in the mustard oil, and this is the agent which also have the antimicrobial property. Cut potatoes are immersed in salt water to prevent, like the cut potatoes which we use for the sowing process. So we keep those cut potatoes in salt water. That will prevent what? So that will prevent the enzymatic browning. You have ever seen whenever we chop the potato and keep open in the air, the enzymatic activities occur and the potato turns brownish black in color. So that's why we cut the potatoes and put them into salt water, so that the enzymatic browning does not occur. One question from Match the Following. Here are some food testing laboratories and you have to tell where they are located. Okay. The Food Research and Standardization Laboratory, this is located at Ghaziabad. Central Food Laboratory, that is located at Kolkata. Public Health Laboratory, that is located at Pune, Maharashtra. And Central Food Technology Research Institute, that is located at Mysore, Tamil Nadu. Okay, so the right answer here will be BDAC. So fourth option is correct. Next is the nutrient profile which are extensively used in laboratory for the biochemical identification of unknown microorganism isolated from food. So which of this nutrient profile we generally used to identify that those bacteria which are isolated from the food, like we isolate some bacteria from a food. So for that, which of the testing is done? So the carbohydrate testing is done. So generally carbohydrate metabolism is done. This method is used in laboratory for the biochemical identification. because at the carbohydrate metabolism, they have starch present in them. All the microorganisms which are extracted, which are isolated from the food, they will survive on that. So generally the carbohydrate metabolism test is done in the laboratory. Food law and food codes are integral part of. So I already told you about the Codex Alimentarius. So the Codex Alimentarius is a type of food code, the quality of the food which is given by the Codex Alimentarius Commission. So it is an integral part of Codex Alimentarius. First option is correct. See, here are some of the foodstuffs given, and you have to match with the common adulterants. Adulterant is the thing which you mix in the, like all the things which are provided in the market are not in the most purest form. Something is added into that. That process of adding some other element into the purest in the pure food forms are known as adulterants. Oh, so okay. So here we are asking that in tea which of the adulterant is used. So generally the dal husk, we use the dal husk. In the tea. In pepper we use papaya seed. In coffee tamarind seed powder is used, and in ghee vanaspati is used. That's why whenever you find this like tea, pepper, coffee and ghee, there if it is in the purest form, they have higher amount, like the cost is higher because they are in the purest form. But when we add all these adulterants, when we add all these adulterants, they are available in the market at the cheaper cost. So these are the adulterants which are added with the purest form and making them available in the market at a large amount. Okay. So the right answer will be BDAC. So first option is correct. During malting of barley, the increase in gibberellic acid will cause. Like when you are doing the malting process in barley, the gibberellic acid will, the increase in gibberellic, if there is increase in gibberellic acid, what it will cause? So it will cause reduction in the sugar present in the barley. It will increase the reducing sugars. The reducing sugars present in the barley will increase. Okay. So this was the last question. I hope all your doubts were clear, and it is the official answer key uploaded by the Telangana State Public Service Commission Board. So these are all the questions, and I hope you are preparing well for your further examination. So take care and stay tuned to our channel. Rest all the whatever courses we are going to launch, that is already updated in the starting of the videos. So thank you all and take care of yourselves. Thank you.